We always think of trees as something that's strong and firm, but actually there's a lot of movements of trees. They grow, they move, and they tilt because of the winds. But we can hardly see them because for trees, time flows much slower than the way we humans perceive time. In real life, we use photographs to freeze single frames of time. In order to compress time, photographers use a technique called timelapse. By capturing multiple single frames with a certain interval for a very long time, then playing them back in real time, we can compress hours of time into just seconds and see the movements that we cannot perceive before. Since the tree moves in an ultra-slow motion, then why don't we use the same approach to record the time-lapse of the activity of a tree? Hence the name Treelapse. Treelapse is a device that can record the movement of a tree. It can be strapped to a tree, and the gyroscope and accelerometer inside will detect and record the movement of the tree. The data generated will be saved into a log file on the TF card. Then the user can remove the TF card and use the log file to generate a digital art that uses an algorithm strongly connected to time and the data collected. In simple terms, with Treelapse, you can create a digital time-lapse that is generated by trees. The Treelapse have a very compact case where you can easily mount the PCB and the battery and assemble the whole device in a matter of minutes. The case also has a transparent window where you can see the PCB inside and LED indicators on it. Most importantly, the Treelapse is an open source project, which means that you can make your own Treelapse device. You can find everything you need, including the PCB design, the codes, and the 3D model for printing, to build a Treelapse device by yourself on wikifactory.com. Can't wait to see what images we can make with all the data collected from thousands of trees. This project went through 3 major prototyping stages. The first prototype's purpose is to test the feasibility of this project. I used an Arduino Uno with a breadboard connected with all the sensor modules. There's also a wooden box to be strapped to a tree. During this stage, I found that it is possible to see clear differences from the data showing the tree's movement. It also raises some problems about the user's access to the TF card and the switch, and the case needs to be better adjusted to fit the curve of the tree trunk. The second prototype is made with CNC machine circuit. Its main purpose is to test the layout of the components so that everything the user needs to access can be put to one side, and also to set up the auto-sleep function. I need to find out how long can a single 9V battery last. The third prototype, which is also the final demo project, is made of factory-made PCB and 3D printed case. The case have a curved back to better fit the tree trunks, and all the I/Os are at the bottom to prevent possible rainy situation. For the digital art generation part, I use canvas combined with the data collected from the sensors to map the tree's movement on its 2D plane, to show how often and how far has the tree moved. In the future, there will be a website where you can see the demo images generated by example data and also upload your data to generate your own Treelapse. So please stay tuned to my Wiki Factory and see you soon.